Rafa, and Donovan.
Welcome back to The Bunt, the number one podcast in skateboarding. Brought to you by the number one shoe in skateboarding, Vans. Off the wall since 1960, motherfucking six. I'm D Jones. Y'all know I got my main man, the Ghost, with me. And we got Ants One behind the scenes.
It's a cool
Ghost,
thing.
very special week inside Studio E. We're headed to Dallas for the third ever Bunt Barbecue. Before we get into this week's episode, just list off the type of talent coming to Dallas with us to put on a show for the people of Dallas.
Bro, it's gonna be another level, you dig? We got OG legends such as Sean Malto. You know, you gotta have the big name superstar. We got one of the most talented skateboarders on planet Earth, our main man Carlos Ribeiro. You know what I'm saying? We've got one of the best ledge skaters to ever step on a board, if we're talking front foot only, JP Souza. You know what I'm saying? We've got Mr. I never know what the fuck you got up your sleeve, but you find ways to get the most beast clips. We're talking front 360 heels in Barcelona over waves. You know what I'm saying? We're talking Jake Anderson. Who am I forgetting? Oh, we're talking another one of the best ledge skaters of all time in the new age. You know what I'm saying? We talking AI Lord fucking Tanner Brzezinski.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And we talking the infamous Canadian skate legend, Mitch Barrett. You dig? Is that everyone?
And I think he was left off of the flyer, but he came through in the nick of time. One of the most creative skaters of all time, a must in the Bunt van. Who is it, man?
Man, it's fucking Jesse Alba.
It's gotta be there, dude. All right, so there you have it. The table is set for Dallas. When you hear this, we'll be on a flight or maybe already in Dallas. Hit us up, but if not, man, y'all know exactly where to find us. Saturday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Bachman Lake Skate Park or Batchman. Y'all know I can't pronounce pretty much anything, as you'll find out in the post office. But hopefully one of those two is correct. But please come find us at the Bunt Barbecue. Free food for everyone. A Red Bull best trick. We got to find a basketball net. If anyone out there can help us source a basketball net for this barbecue, we would love the help. And then we'll play basketball. Man, it's just going to be a time. Just come hang out with us. Bring one, bring them all. Presented by Red Bull. Super excited to be in Dallas for the week. Can't wait to see y'all. Ghost, the show must go on. Tell the people what we're working with this week.
Yeah, one quick little thing. Some people might say that basketball is the antithesis of skateboarding, but over here at the Bunt, we
call it the antithesis here at the Bunt of skateboarding.
Over here at the Bunt, we like to, you know, mix it all one big fucking happy vibe. But yo, this week, with no further ado, I don't know how to say that word.
That's
adieu.
It.
Adieu.
That's not it.
Whatever. Danny Cerezini, bro, such a fucking legendary skater. He has a crazy story. Like, this fool went from like little kid in Brazil to fucking traveling the world superstar, and haven't seen much from him. He moved back to Brazil, so it was awesome to fucking get him on the line. He's Bunt fam now, absolute legend. Great fucking combo with Danny, so hope y'all enjoy that. Then we take it straight to the post office, and of course wrapping it up with the rest of NFL free agency and some PSL, baby.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram at The Bunt Live. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/@TheBuntLive. Hit up our Patreon, patreon.com/TheBunt. And then please head over to thebuntlive.com. Every episode logged for your listening pleasure. Ghost, it's time. Shout out of the week is here, and I know you got something special for us.
You know what time it is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out of the week And skateboarding has always been shaped by the videos that represent it. It's how a lot of us connect to skating in the first place. Lately, videos are treated as disposable content. Algorithms decide what gets seen, and full lengths are reduced to a couple of clips in a feed. That's not how skate videos are meant to be experienced. That's why The Den was built. The Den is a skate video app curated and designed by skaters. It has a deep catalog of videos preserved in their original quality, pure vision, pure sound, exactly the way filmers intended them to be seen. From the classics to the latest releases, and a 24-hour live channel for when you just want to kick back and zone out. The Den was made so when something special comes along, it stays front and center, long after the feeds moved on. So if you care about skate videos like we do, become a member and download The Den for free on iPhone, Android, the web, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Bro, the gifts keep on coming from skaters, editors, filmers around the world. A lot of great stuff came out this week. New Look from Element, the Element video. Was it called New Look? But anyways, Brandon Westgate, man. He's officially on team Can't Stop, Won't Stop. This fool won't slow down. Absolute beast and legend. That was a really fun video. And our boy, Alexis Lacroix, now on Element, had a section in there. It was awesome. Check it out. Morgan DT, who came up in Sven's episode for killing it at snow skating. Well, he dropped the street skate part, you dig.
It's crazy.
He's one of the most talented up-and-coming skaters in Canada. Go check that out. It's called Top Heavy Part. Our boy Mike Sinclair dropped the Slappy video. The whole gang's up in there. Leo Romero, all the new youth. Love it. Shouts to Mike. And then another one. Last week we had the Tear Jerker, the amazing, epically layered episode. And this week we had the story of Antoine Dixon through Storied. So that's Chase Gaber. So shout out. That was amazing. I don't know if you watched that yet, Donald, but it's must-see TV. It's half an hour. And what a dream interview for us one day. But Antoine, loving everything. Mm-hmm. The comeback story is incredible. Keep doing your thing. But the official shout out of the week was Christ. Josh Douglas, Seed of Doubt part. Every time I see that dude, I love his trick selection. I love his style. I love how he puts parts together. Anytime I see him, I know the clip's going to be good. This was exactly that from start to finish. Absolutely amazing part. And the viewership needs to go up, man. That was a really high quality part. So Josh Douglas, major shout out, bro.
All right, that's the moral of the story this week. Dallas, show up to the Bunt Barbecue. It's going to be a hell of a time. There's nothing left to be said, man. We got Danny Cerezini in the goddamn building. Can you believe this shit? Can you believe that Danny Cerezini is here? Let's get into it, man. Okay, let's get this thing started. We've got Danny Cerezini in the building today. What's cracking, man?
Not much. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys.
Dude, so excited to have you here today, man. We start every show off the same. You got to hit us with your favorite skate moment and your favorite sports moment.
Oh, man, I skate with so many cool people, but let's make it maybe with Shane.
Let's go.
It was a good moment in my life, skate with him for maybe 2 or 3 years, share some experience with him, some moments. Probably that one was a good one.
Super cool, man.
Legend. Love that.
And what was the other question?
Be sports moment.
Maybe the World Cup 2002, man. That was a crazy moment for me.
Yeah, was that when little Ronaldo came back for one last one? And he was still scoring goals when he was kind of fat a little bit.
He was not that fat. Not that fat on the 2002.
Okay. I just remember his last one. He was kind of fat and he was still scoring goals like crazy.
2006.
And he had the epic haircut.
So Danny, take us back to the beginning, man. Where'd you grow up and how'd you get into skating?
I grew up in a small town in Brazil. This is a state called Paraná. And from there, I moved to Curitiba, which is the capital of this state, when I was 7 to 8 years old. That's when I met skateboarding first time in my life. I moved there,
Nice.
and my first week there, I was just walking around with my family, with my dad and my mom, and then I just saw two guys or three guys skating, and I was like, man, what the fuck? What is that? What is that? So I got like crazy about it. I was like, man, I want to try it. I want to try it, So I just went there, talked to those guys. One of these guys was Rodrigo Lima. You guys know Rodrigo Lima, right?
Oh,
Of course.
yeah. Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to ride like for Shorties, for DGK and Circa. We rode for Circa. That was the guy I first contact when in skateboard, Rodrigo Lima. And then he was my neighbor. He used to live like a half block away from my house. So since that first day I met skateboard, and then Rodrigo the same day, but he was skating before me like probably 8 months or 1 year before. So when I met him at the first day, he already knew like how to do switch flip, already.
Damn.
So he was already good. And then we became best friends. So maybe 2 or 3 years later, I was in some competition in São Paulo. And then those Vans and the Flip guys was there, and they saw me and they liked me skating. And then he's like, "Oh, I want to take you this little guy to America." So that's when all starts in America.
Wow.
For me, when I was 13, super young.
Our next question was, what was your first big break in the skate industry? But I think you just answered it for us. Obviously, being at this contest, the Flip and Vans guys. What was that like for you as such a young kid to be approached by two of the biggest names in the industry?
Man, at that time, Flip was kind of crazy. I already knew about the whole brand because the story video just came out, at that time. So I was watching that video every day. I was not expecting that. I was just like a normal contest, I was just there skating. I was too young. I just wanted to skate, I don't even know who was those guys, which was Jeremy Fox, he was there. And then Steve Luther too, who used to work for Vans. So those two guys saw me in Brazil, and they took me to America.
Crazy.
In 2002, beginning 2002.
So cool.
13 years old. That's crazy.
Seems insane, right?
After 2002, after that happened, it's just 15 years straight in America.
Wow.
Living that skate life.
That's amazing.
Was good times.
So yeah, I feel like the majority of the skate world outside of Brazil saw you for the first time in Really Sorry. Flip was one of the top brands in the world, especially in the board brand world. Arguably the best at that time. You hit us with 45 seconds of bangers. Take us back to that time. What was it like filming for a Flip video? It must have been unreal.
Let's take to the first day I landed in LA. Who was the guy picking me up at the airport? LAX. Jeff Rowley. So he took me home. He was just there. I was just like landed there with my bags, like 13 years old, little guy. Landed in his house. Mark Capliardi was living there with him. And then Artusadi was across the street at, I think, Jeremy Fox's house. And then Bastian used to live like on the next door too. It was crazy for the first day in America for me to understand all that,
Flip owned the block down there, huh?
I was just a little kid. I was just like, man, I can't talk to these guys. I don't speak English, so I'm just gonna be like, yeah, cool. So I think I just had to skate and smile. That's all.
Yeah,
skate and smile.
That was good for 2002. For a 13 years old boy.
Did you feel pressure to skate with that team, or were you just having fun and smiling?
13, 14 years old, you just don't feel that. It's just like, man, I can't even talk to him. I don't speak English. They don't speak Portuguese. So let's just skate and, But, oh, man, it was good, man. All those guys, fuck, man, they such a nice guys. Bastian, too, we had a good times at the Flip House once with Ewan. He used to film us, All those guys are nice, man. All the Flip boys at that time, it was such a cool guys with me, like, can't complain.
So obviously being Canadian, huge fans of Appleyard here. You said you got thrown into Jeff Rowley's house with Appleyard first day. Do you have an Appleyard story from back then that you could share with us?
Appleyard, not really. We used to we did a couple tours, like to Sacramento or whatever. In Barcelona, we had my first time in Barcelona was with him, but Bastian have a crazy one, man. Bastian have a crazy story, man.
Here we go.
Let's hear
If you guys wanna hear,
Of course. That's why we're here.
Man, we used to live at this house in Huntington. Me and him and Ewan. He used to smoke a lot. I don't know if he smokes now, but he used to smoke a lot. No doubt one day I was gonna smoke, no doubt. So one day he I think he just dropped his Ethnis Pro model. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
He went to New York to do like a crazy thing for the shoes thing. I was at home and I had no weed, man, to smoke. It was like 10 p.m. I was like, man, I need to smoke a joint to go to bed. I smoked his whole thing, man, like in 2 days, and he got back like late at night. He was like, man, I'm just getting home. I'm gonna roll my joint and just smoke my big ass spliff. He went there to find his weed. He wasn't there, man. He just got so mad, so pissed off at me, man. He was just like, Danny, you smoked my weed. Like, man, he got so mad on me, man. Sorry about that, Bastian. That was a long time away. I don't know if he remembers that. Hopefully he doesn't remember that. I do remember because I was the one who smoked weed.
You're the guilty party.
but man, he got mad on me. But like, just not that mad that he's like, no, I don't want to see you anymore. It's just like for 12 hours. The next day we just bought his weed for him. He's like, oh, okay, man. At that time he was making a lot of money too. It was no problem for him.
Yeah, he's all right. He was doing all right.
For me, I was just getting that small check. I was an amateur at the
time. So man, you're literally living the dream. You're skating for Vans and Flip, two of the best brands in the game. Everything's all good. Really, story comes out. Everything's all good. Eventually, you end up parting ways with Flip and Vans. How come that happened? What was going on behind the scenes?
I don't know if it's true, but that's what like someone from the Flip guys, when they call me saying that I'm out, he told me why. I was in this contest in Brazil, which was inside of island in Brazil. So I was just there. It was in end of 2006. I was just there skating because I used to ride for Red Bull at that time, Brazil Red Bull, And then I got to the hotel. Somebody called me. I answered. I'm not gonna say who called me, but I answered. They like, oh, you out of Flip, blah blah blah, because of this and that and this and that. I was like, man, what the fuck? But I was just saying to me, what the fuck? But at the time I was like, man, okay, fuck. I know I have like 9 minutes of footage because I was just filming for the Vans video, which came out, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. I was already filmed for that video 20 years ago.
Damn.
Like before that, the Vans guys told me like, hey man, you gotta film for the Vans video. So we're gonna do a lot of tours and you're gonna be part of all these tours. I was like, man, okay, let's do it. So we did it like the whole world pretty much, like for 2 or 3 years. 17, 18 years old. I was just like film like 5, 6 tricks a day, So that's why I had 9 minutes, because we did Australia, we did China, we did South America, we did Canada, we did Europe. Before all that happens, that's what they told me. The Vans guys told me like, man, and the Flip guys told me too, man, go with Vans, just do your best. It's like, okay, I did that. And then when they call me, they say, are you off because you just travel or you just go on tours with Vans? You don't care about Flip, blah, blah, blah. I was like, man, what the fuck? Like, you guys told me to do that. I'm just doing what you guys told me to do, But like, that was it. That's the only thing I know about like me, Quick and Flip, because they blame me that I was just care about Vans and just doing tours with Vans. That's it, that's all I know. It's already like past 20 years ago, so it doesn't matter. But that's what they told me. And I was like, okay, man, I'm out. Peace.
Crazy how it can just happen that quick.
I just did what they told me, and that was fun, man. The Vans guys are amazing too, like they care about you,
And what happened with Vans? How did the partnership with Vans end?
What happened to Vans when I switched to Circa? It was because Steve Luther, he switched to Vans to Circa too, He was the guy who find me. He was the guy who find me in Brazil, and his wife is Mexican, so he speaks Spanish. So that's why the first year I was just staying at his house because we can just talk. So when he switched to Vans to Circa, I did too, and like maybe 6 months or 1 year later, I did that because of him,
And it's a good opportunity at the time too. Circa was huge, right?
And Circa was nice too, man.
So you said you were filming for that Vans video for so long. What ended up happening to all that footage? Because you weren't in Propeller in the end.
Digital and 411.
Sick.
411, I had a video part, so yeah.
Crazy.
Your Imagine part is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like that part too, man. I like that part.
Yeah, good song too with Biggie. Sick. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you went from Vans to Circa, but on the board side you went flip to blind. And then you spent a lot of your career riding for blind. How did that come about, and what was it like riding for blind?
I was gonna turn pro for flip,
Fuck.
That was in 2006 to 2007. They were gonna turn me pro, and then that happened. So I went to DGK to turn pro, and then I knew it was not gonna happen. And then I went to Plan B, and I knew they were gonna hold me like another 2 years. So Blind was on like calling me already, Bill Weiss, Canada, homie, So he called me. I was like, man, let's make it happen. He told me he was gonna turn me pro. That was in 2008.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
Reason.
I'd never heard about the DGK part. I remember you skating some Plan B boards now, though.
I think that tray flip crew grind I do on that picnic table, down 3 stairs.
The bench is down like a little bit of stairs. It always reminds me of flip videos.
That was my favorite spot for sure. No doubt. That was one of the first spots I skated in America too. When I got there with Jeff and Appler, we went there at night. That's when I got in love with that spot, man. No, just for us who came from Brazil, skating everywhere, the rough ground, and like, man, getting there and just skating those picnic tables, a dream come true.
Yeah, you hit him with the switch flip 5-0 and the switch flip crook when you were a little guy.
Yeah,
it's funny though. I feel like people don't really skate that anymore. I feel like it was from that time. Now it's almost like, I never see it anymore, even though I love the clips back then. But if I saw a new clip now, it's like, I don't know if it's not as sick nowadays.
TX killed that spot too, no?
Switch flip back nose blunt, switch flip nose blunt. Yeah. So good.
A lot of shit.
You're the blunt king, though. Pun intended.
I love blunts, but it was something natural. Of course, after a few years, I was like, man, I think I can do blunts, like different ones or long ones. That came natural to me, like that's why I did. I don't know if you guys saw the last video I did, maybe 2 years ago, just blunts.
Yeah.
I had that project in my mind at least 10 years, maybe more. Then I moved back to Brazil like 8 years ago. So that's when I had like, man, I gotta do this still, and in Brazil, it's hard to find a spot like Borehouse, like the barracks, or like there's so many, like P-Rod have one, or here nobody has one. No professional skateboard has one, like, so and then I finally find one hour away from where I live now. So man, I did that. Like I was just driving hour and a half to go there and just skate like 10 p.m. to like 2 or 3 a.m. just to do this project, man. Like after like 10 or 15 years thinking about doing this,
In my opinion, I think you're probably the best tech blunt slider I've seen as far as NBDs and shit I never even thought about. Like the fakie heel switch front blunt is insane. Any blunt slides left that you haven't done that you still want to do? Because in my mind, you've done ones I've never even thought of. Fakie flip, switch front blunt, back to switch. Crazy shit.
There's so many tricks that I had in my mind that I thought of one day I couldn't do it, and I think now it's gonna be harder and harder, you know, because of my age and I'm not skating that much anymore. But man, nollie heel blunt, long time ago I had this trick in my mind. But I know I already tried a few times in some random spot. I saw it's hard.
Yeah, so you want to do nollie heel front blunt?
Yeah, I had this trick in mind like 15 years ago. I tried. It's very hard, so I gave up. And I was like, man, I'm gonna do nollie flip, which I have better, you know, like nollie flips are easier for me. So I did a nollie flip, blunt, and video part. And then the other video part, I did the fake flip, blunt. This one I did it very quick, which was I thought was gonna be hard. And then in this last project that I filmed here in Brazil, I did a fake heel blunt. You know,
that was crazy.
Which I'm stoked with this one because, man, to do this one, I have to unlock two things. You know, this half cab heel flip on the flat ground, I had like to practice like for months. You know, to get unlocked, to get it like, and then I had to like do the fake blunt like a lot, you know, like and feel confident. And then I had to like start unlocking the half cab heel flip, you know, they're like popping and then where I'm gonna lock it and then how I'm gonna slide it. The first day I tried, I almost had it, but I fell so hard with my back that I had to stop skating like for at least 2 or 3 weeks. So after that, I went to Europe for 40 days, which I filmed for a Blaze video. Was good for me after like 8 years not going to Europe. So I had these clips, okay. Then I came back to Brazil. I was like, man, I gotta try this trick. I gotta land this trick, you know, the half cab heel flip. But man, after like I stopped skating for 3 or 4 months, after I came back from Europe, I just need to do this trick to end this project so we can drop the project. I already filmed the whole thing.
Oh, shit.
I just need this last trick. So I went there, man. I was just trying for 5 hours. Because I was just trying like half cab heel flip blunt, just going to switch. That was wrong, man, because I was just like doing too much and that. So I was just trying that for 4 hours. I had one, but like was kind of sketch. Then my friend, man, go like to regular. You're gonna do way easier, man. Yeah. 5 tries, boom, did it perfect. I was like, man, why didn't try like that before? You know, I was like, man.
Yeah.
But I was exhausted, man. I was like 5 hours bad, and I was like, man,
that's a fucking battle, man.
I almost gave up. I was like, man, I gotta land this. This is the last trick. The last day I'm gonna drive here 2 hour and a half to go, hour and a half to get back to my house. I was like, man, I was over it, man.
Yeah, you had to do that too.
Yeah, I had to do it, man, because it's a new trick. I never see nobody doing that. Never see. So if you guys know somebody do that, just let me know, because for me, it's I never seen nobody do.
NBD.
And I'm stoked on that.
Yeah, that was crazy because
for sure
you'd already done the fakie flip one in the video, so you needed a new, fresh one to be the ender. Yeah, I've never seen that. Thank you, Felipe sent me that edit. That was insane. The Blunt King, killing it. So what, just give us 1 or 2 ones that you still were dream tricks that you never did, blunt slides.
Oh, you know, you watched that video that I did this in Jake one too. Half cab from blunt. Chris Cole used to do like on down the race, remember?
Yeah. Cab from blunt. Yeah.
I almost did cab flip from blunt on this video for this video. I had one on lock, slide, and then that was a cool one that I wanted to do it. Another one that I tried and I couldn't land it on this project, or the cab flip back nose blunt that I did on Jake one, which I didn't like it, was not the way I wanted, or it's too short, you know. But at least I did, because I tried that for maybe 5 or 6 years. It was hard to find the perfect spot. I almost did in Prague once, and I almost did in Poland. Nice one, you know, long slides, good. That was like the trick. I never did it. The nice one, the one I like it, but I did a Jake one, and it was not too back nose blunt because it was too short, you know. But
damn,
I like the switch hard flip from blunt that I did. You remember that?
That was fucked. Yeah, hard flip front blunt, switch hard flip front blunt.
It was a nice party, good people, nice drinks, and a pool. You had never been to a party with a pool before. It felt like the movies. The only downer was that your cousin, who had brought you here, had already passed out and you didn't know anyone. You had both shared a big fat joint while traveling to the party, and he had passed out more or less as soon as you arrived. While you had gone through the snacks like a raccoon in a garbage can and hadn't minded the fact that you were alone. But now, you were back to normal and felt you couldn't fully enjoy this party by yourself. You're not the most social one in general, and way less so after a joint and an entire snack buffet. You needed a way in, some way for the other guests to notice you. As you wandered around, you saw a few people jumping into the pool doing easy tricks like a dive or a lame spin. As an old gymnast, you knew you could school them on any given day. That was it. That was how you were going to make friends. A front flip from the roof into the pool. You climbed up, you got ready to show your skills, and as you did, you felt how your stomach felt, and that was a little bit weird. Like if you had someone living in there trying to get out. Maybe a visit to the toilet would be better. But as you decided to climb back down, you realized the entire party was already looking at you and waiting. Some were even already cheering for you. The toilet, and whatever was trying to get out, had to wait. The quest for friends and a great night started now. But as you launched yourself off the roof into your front flip, you did feel that something else also launch itself out of your ass. Probably just a big fart. Hopefully no one would notice. But as your head came back around to the same place where your ass had just been, you did feel something hitting your face, warm and very soft. That fart wasn't a fart, and no, it wasn't even a shart. It was the entire buffet you had just gone through, and now you had just flipped your face straight into it. As you hit the water, you wanted to stay under and never surface again. Unfortunately, the weed smoking had turned your lung capacity into none. So it didn't take long before you were out of air and had to push yourself out of the pool, gasping. As you looked around, everyone looked at you in pure disgust. Not only had you shit yourself in the face, you had completely been naked while doing it. In your hype to impress everyone, you had unknowingly taken off your underwear on the roof as well. Now you had to climb back up the roof, naked, to get dressed, the entire party's eyes burning into your back. You did what any sane person would do at the time. You turned, gave the crowd a fast helicopter, picked up your clothes, and left both the party and your cousin behind you. For the next couple days, you did your best to not think of this as a failure. Good thing you didn't know anyone there. Then, the phone rang. The person on the other side introduced himself as Johnny Knoxville and asked if you were the guy with the epic shit-on-face front flip, wondering if they could use the clip in the next Jackass. You told him he could do whatever he liked with the film, and then shove it up his own ass, assuming it was a prank call. After you hung up, you cursed the inventor of the smartphone. Weeks turned into months, and the months turned into a year. Heavy weed smoking and not thinking too much helped you forget about the failed pool party, never to be reminded of it again. Or that's what you thought. Until you passed the local movie theater and saw the poster for the next Jackass film. And there you were, naked, mid-front flip, with your shit in a perfect circle around you, with your face in it as its final destination. What in the fuck? After some heavy research, you were able to get a hold of Johnny. He said that you had agreed for him to use it in the film, remember? He had also printed the photo and shoved it up his own ass. That was also in the film. But don't worry, you'll be compensated. The film was already a super hit, and Johnny wasn't lying. A week later, a check showed up for $1 million. And this is just the start. You were rich, and if that wasn't enough, from then on you were invited to more pool parties than you could count. The trick might have failed you in that time, but it had done the work in the long run. who invented the smartphone, and by doing so, made sure your shit-on-face front flip was filmed and made you super rich? You know who did. CHPO brand, the worldwide leader in sunglasses and watches. Always doing it for the people. Back to sponsors for a sec. At one point, you were the only skater in the world with the Puma contract, man. What's the story behind that sponsorship?
Joy Brzezinski. Yeah, that started with him because I think he's to ride for, I don't remember which company, but he got kicked out, and then he went to a random store which sells Puma. Mm-hmm. And then he bought like two pairs of Puma, and then he posted. And the guys from Puma came to him and just, man, let's make it happen, or we can send it to you, blah blah blah. And that's where it starts. So I always skate with him, Joy Brzezinski, a lot. So he was like, man, let me give you. He already like had this Puma for skating, and then he gave it to me. I was like, man, that's such a good shoes to skate, you know? So that's where it starts. And then from there, I came to Puma Brazil. They contact me, so I was just the only one riding for Puma in Brazil. So that's where it starts. But I was getting paid here. I was getting paid in Brazil, you know, because I was kind of moving to Brazil already at that time, you know. That was probably in 2015, 16. I moved back in 16, 17.
Yeah. So speaking of moving back to Brazil, what made you want to move back? Did you feel like you wanted to figure something out outside of skating, or were you still trying to do the pro skating thing, or what was behind that decision?
A lot of things that made me have this decision, you know, like the first thing I think was crisis in 2008. The
financial crisis,
the recession.
You know, that was one thing, you know, because I turned pro in beginning of 2008. That came in end of 2008, you know.
Oh no!
So man, that was the worst thing for me because that was the year I turned pro. Everything was, you know, fine for me, getting paid, you know, like paychecks like doubling, you know. So 6 months later that I turned pro, that happened, you know. So all the companies cut everything, you know. Not like all the salary we're making, but at least like 30%. Wow. And if you like, no, I don't want, they kick you out, you know. So that's what made me come back to Brazil in 2016, like 7 years later after that, you know. So I had a long time after that still, you know. I made it because there's many people didn't made it. And then after this economy thing, the crisis, it changed the whole game, the whole situation. I survived. I was okay, but I was those guys who was just making whatever 2 or 5, 6K, you know. And like for that to live in America, paying rent, paying all those bills, food, car, you know, it was nothing. It was nothing. I was surviving, you know, like, but like I couldn't save anything else. So I was like, man, why am I gonna stay here? Just like I make 6K and I spend 7K or 6, you know. I was like, no way. I'm just gonna move back to my country and whatever, skate there or do something there. I'm just not gonna live here. It doesn't make sense. If I was making like 10 or 15K, all right, I would stay, you know. And then like the Maluf came, I had a chance. I'm not gonna lie. I had a chance to be part of Maluf. I skated a couple ones, but at that time I was just like, whatever, you know. I was not to the contest guys anymore, because I did a contest like from my 10 years old to my 20 or 22. So I gave up at that time. So I was like, man, I don't care about contests. So I was just traveling, filming, and then once that I realized, I was like, man, I don't think it's making sense anymore, you know, to me to be here. I know I'm not gonna be those Maluf guys who's gonna ride for Nike or those companies who pays you a lot. I don't know, in 2007 or 8, something like that. Yeah, no, 6 or 7 to ride for Nike, and I didn't ride because I was riding for Vans. So I kind of missed that time when it was the beginning. Nike starts on skateboard in doing that skate thing. So I was just, man, it's not making sense anymore. I'm just gonna go back to my country, stay with my family, with my friends, trying to find something new to do, and that's what I did.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up.
That thing in 2008 for sure was the main thing, no doubt, for sure.
Felipe said that you might have been one of the only people that started making less money when you turned pro because of the crisis. You might have been making more money as an AM.
That's right. Fucked up, man.
That's right, man. And nobody knows that, like nobody knows. Not even my close friends.
Just fucking terrible timing.
It's not, yeah, it just happened, like it's not my fault. It's nobody's fault, it just happened. So it just when I realized, I was like, man, I think it's better to go back home. I was kind of missing home already because Thiago Lemos got in America when he was 20 or 21. Other one when they're 18. Me, I was 13, man. So I already lived like
that's a long time, man.
2008, I was living there already 6 years. So when I moved back to Brazil, I was like almost 15 years living there, just the skate life every day, just traveling. So man, I lived all that too early, if you understand me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Back in the day, pinching your crooked grinds wasn't something that we really cared about. Early 2000s and stuff. Watching your old footy, I see you doing some shoveling, switch front crooks with your whole truck on there. 2026 now, everyone's obsessed with pinching their trucks. What do you think? Are you a pinch guy now? What are you saying?
Man, I really don't know about these years, what they care or not, but how you say at that time, nobody cared. Even me, I have a bunch of clips like doing that. I don't care if people like do this way or the other way. I just like the way with the wheel. Like I think that one now, like the one James Floyd, the way he does, or Carlos Ribeiro or Thiago. That's the way I like it. To do. I don't know. I don't understand how those guys does on rails, man. Like the front crook on El Toro, man. Like just to watch that on TV or on my phone, man. I was just like, man, how did he do that, man? Imagine if he just like boom, little bit of this, man. It's just like doesn't make sense for me, like. The way they lock it on the rails. Okay, on the ledge, it's easier, but man, on the rail on El Toro, man, what the fuck? That's it's just not just to think, about it.
For sure.
Yeah. Back in the day, people didn't give a fuck. Like I remember Terry Kennedy would do crooks, like no pinch, train wreck front crooks, Wilshire 10, all truck. Right. It was just how it was back in the day, but yeah, I was just wondering if you were paying attention.
Now people care about this.
Yeah, the people care about everything now, man. You can't get away with nothing no more.
To me, it doesn't matter,
For sure, for sure. What's the story behind getting on Boulevard and the connection that got the team paid and able to travel together for 7 years? What's the story there?
Man, all that happens when I start thinking moving back to Brazil. That Boulevard thing, the Boulevard family in Brazil, because RP was there already. Montoya and Rob is our homies for a long time. They already had Thiago and Carlos Zic. So I was just thinking to move back to Brazil. And I had this guy who was the guy who was gonna put the money to make it happen, the Boulevard in Brazil. They want to make it happen. So I was like, man, let's make it happen, So that's when it starts in Brazil. So Boulevard was happening in America already, with those guys, Toya and all those guys, the Brazilian crew. But with me, it starts when I just decided to move back to Brazil, and then to have something safe to me here in Brazil, I had to do the Boulevard thing here with my homie, who was gonna put money on the brand, so we can do tours and we can film, we can make a video, we can have a nice board here to skate, boards to sell in Brazil on a nice price, all of that. That's when it starts Boulevard in Brazil and me and on Boulevard. That's when Felipe came to do the Boulevard in Brazil with the America, So he was the guy who was just talking with America and making it happen here.
Wicked.
So
Sick.
then I came. We brought Pedro Biagio and Wilton, and I don't know who else, but yeah. That was just a Brazilian Boulevard, pretty much.
That's so sick.
Yeah, you guys had a great run. That was such a sick brand. Or like at that time.
Yeah.
You guys did a 21-day filming trip in Brazil. You got the whole team down there. What happened on day one of that trip?
Ooh, day one. Who told you that, Felipe?
Felipe, yeah. I think he was saying it was when you guys got robbed, I think.
Yeah, we got robbed, man. I was just skating with Thiago in this rail. Man, I was just there waiting. Now, me and Thiago and, I don't know, Pedro was skating too. And then Pablo Vaz was taking photo on the other side, like next to the rail. And then we had two guys filming. And I was like on the other side where those guys are filming. The photographer was. Me and Thiago was there, and Pedro, just trying to trick. And then, man, it was so fast, man. It was like 30 seconds. The car just stopped. Two guys just came out with the car with the gun. Just took it,
shit.
because they passed already. They passed like 5 minutes before.
Yeah, they knew what they made a plan.
They
or
saw
something.
us. They like, oh, camera there, blah blah blah. So they just came straight to the cameras. Me and Thiago was on the other side, like we just saw everything. It was just like frozen, like, oh. Then we saw everything, but we couldn't do anything. They have guns. And that already happened to me in Brazil too, man. That happened in São Paulo with Jeremy Fox once. The first time when Jeremy Fox and Steve Luther was in Brazil, when they find me in Brazil, the day after the contest, we went to this skate park just to get some photos of me. We just sit and we're just about to leave. Came this guy with a gun, just go straight to the bag with the cameras, and then Jeremy Fox, he's just trying to run. I just jumped the fence and the other one runs. It was just crazy. The guy shut the ground. Just to scare us,
Jeez.
Man,
Damn.
after that was like Jeremy, he was like shaking like for 2 or 3 days, man, just because of that, man. Seriously, was serious shit,
That's fucked up.
I was 13. I was 13.
That is insane.
I remember that like was yesterday. And then in Brazil here, that happens a lot. If you got robbed, like, where it can be the camera, you call someone, and then you gotta pay to get it back. That happens here all the time.
That's all they want is the money, huh?
It happens that too, because the spot where we skate, there's this guy, his daddy, and he used to own the area, the favela. So he used to be a skater too. And he used to skate for the same brand I skated when I was 10, 11 years old. So we knew he lives there. So we called him. 1 or 2 days later, we had the cameras back.
No way.
But we had to pay.
That's fucked
That
up.
was in 2002.
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Tell us about renting a BMW with no driver's license to get from Barcelona to Bilbao and to get to a gangster concert.
Gangstar, sorry. It was misspelled there.
Felipe got mad on me on that, man, because a month before that, I went to jail in Amsterdam.
Oh.
A month before that happened. So if you want to talk about it, we can talk about this Amsterdam jail later. But about Bilbao, man. We rent a BMW because I want to go to Bilbao to skate with Javi, Sarmiento, and all the homies. So yeah, we drove there. Felipe has the drive license. I didn't have at that time. So he drove. I drove too on the way. All good, But once maybe like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days we were there skating. We went to this concert with, I think it was Gorillas. I guess it was Gorillas, man.
No.
And it was free for the whole city, you know? So yeah, we went there. We just having fun. I left the crew. I was like, man, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back. They're like, okay. So on the way to the bathroom, I met this girl. She was a Brazilian girl. So I was like, okay, you know, I would just start talking to her. So we just start kissing, you know, a few minutes later, you know. So I brought her to my crew with the homies, you know. So we just having fun there, blah blah blah. And I was just like, man, to the girl, you know, like, let's go to the hotel. And she's like, okay, let's go. So I was like, man, I told Felipe and the homies was with me. I was like, man, I'm gonna drive to the hotel. The hotel was like 7 blocks away. But I was like, man, I'm gonna drive to the hotel and you guys just walk or you guys just take a taxi there. They're like, okay, I'll see you there. Man, on the way to the hotel, I took the wrong street. And I don't know how, but I gotta end up on the Autobahn. A freeway, you know. And on the freeway, there's this big I don't know how to say, but here in Brazil we say blitz, the police,
yeah,
you know,
like a pit stop or
a police,
roadside check or something.
Yeah, like doing that check with the alcohol. And I had a drink. I drink and I drink a lot, you know. At that day, imagine like no driver's license, no passport because I left my passport in the hotel, and drunk. Fuck, man. So I got lucky I didn't go to jail, man. Like I got lucky I didn't go to jail. A month after I was in jail in Amsterdam because of bullshit. So you know.
That's insane, dude. 7 blocks.
Then Felipe got mad on me so bad because of that. Because he was the guy who had I got lucky because I had a phone on that time because I was in Europe all the time. So I had a number from Spain. Mm-hmm. So, and Felipe too. So when police got me, I had to call him. He's like, man, you gotta come here. You gotta pick me up. They took the car. I don't have driver's license, blah, blah, blah. So I had to pay a lot of money. I think it was like 800 euros just to take the car out. And then Felipe had to drive. But yeah, at least I got lucky, didn't go to the jail again, you know?
Yeah, that's lucky.
That could have been worse.
Two in a row. 2 in a row in 1 month.
So what happened with the girl, man?
So Felipe had to leave the concert to go at the freeway to pick me up. But when he got there, he doesn't have money, and I don't have money too. So he got there. He had to go back to the ATM to take the money out. So when he was going to the ATM, I told him and the girl, hey, go with him. I'm gonna just deal with this here. Felipe's gonna come back, and then I'm just gonna go to the hotel with Felipe. So I was like, yeah, give me your number, and I'm gonna stay here another 3 days. So we hanging out on the next day.
Oh, shit.
I was gonna write it down her number, like missing 1 number, man. Can you believe? So the next day I was like, man, everything's okay, it's fine. I'm gonna call her. Let's go, let's hang out, man. I missed 1 number. I was like, man, no way. And then I tried to call with all those number extra, you know, like try to put the 6 or now try to put the 8. Tried it all, no, man, it didn't work.
Oh, so shit.
No, almost went to jail. Pay the money to get the card out, and no girl.
Yeah,
damn, that could have been your wife,
crazy.
Man. Who knows?
That's awesome. Shit. You tried all that numbers, right? Though. Wow, that's wicked.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Okay. Now let's go to 2008. You went ham at Copenhagen Open. You won the whole contest. You also won the Freshest Dude Award. I think is an extra $1,000. Take us back to that time. And I heard there was a lot of partying, and you still somehow found a way to win the contest. How'd that go?
You heard there was a lot. Of course, there was a lot of partying in Copenhagen, man. Like,
well, with him
you've
specifically,
been there. You heard. You heard.
Have you guys been there?
Him. Sometimes the people skating are keeping it chill, but he was not.
I don't know if I've seen anybody do that.
That place in Prague, it's magic, man. I had such a good times there, and I think it was the best times because now it's different, you know. The way I see the last ones, like I don't think it's that fun how it was to be, you know. And that time, like in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10 was the best time, Prague, and no doubt for sure, you know. But yeah, talking about the Copenhagen, 2008, yeah, man. I won that. I think it was the second or the third. It was crazy because I don't know how I skate the finals, man, because I was partying till 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. I got back to the hotel super drunk, and I slept, and then I woke up drunk still, you know. I was just like, man, what the fuck? But yeah, it was a good time. It was a good contest, good vibes, good friends. That contest at that time was just at the indoor, was just at the skate park, was not
street stuff
outside in the skate park, was was just the indoor. These days are cool because of this. You go just spot to spot like crazy, just ride your bikes. I love that, man. I think if it's gonna happen this year, I might go this year just to see the friends and just to live that again, you know. Before you're getting old, because the older you get, you just don't want to leave home, you know. I'm already feeling that, you know. It's just like, man, I just want to stay here, you know. But this contest, it's amazing. I have to go back again, at least one.
All right, we got to hear about Amsterdam now. So 2007, you placed second at Amsterdam Am. The Circuit TM hits you with the open tab at the club to celebrate all of your hard work. Tell us about that day and night, and then maybe it spills over to the next day. Just tell us the whole thing, man.
People who was with me at that tour was the Circa team. They thought I died, man. They thought I passed away, you know, because they tried to find me. They tried to search me everywhere. And the hospitals and everywhere, they called the police and they couldn't find me, man. That's what happened. We just at this club celebrating, you know. And then all the Circa team, they left. They're like, oh, we're going to the hotel. It was already 4 in the morning. They're like, oh, we're going to the hotel because tomorrow we're leaving early to Belgium. I was like, okay, I'm leaving in 30 minutes. I'm gonna stay with my Brazilian friends. And then we stayed there for another 30 minutes, and they closed the club, so they kick us out. So we are at the front of this club, very drunk, and we just like had this girl around us. We just like singing Brazilian music and they dance with her. Just having fun, like for 5 or 10 minutes. In front of the club, and then we were like, okay, let's go, it's time to go home. We were just walking to the hotel, and then one of my friends, they saw a bike, you know. There's so many bikes in Amsterdam, you know, like all over there's bicycle, you know. So he saw a bike because the first day he got there, and it was his first time in Europe, first time he got out of Brazil. He got a bike hit him, you know. He was just walking, the bike hit him, and, you know, he got hurt a little bit. So he was just had that in his mind. He was like, man, fuck the bike, you know. If I could fuck the bicycles here. So we just walked into the hotel, and he saw this bike. He was like, man, I'm just gonna throw this bike on the river, you know, on the canal. No. Just to you know, because of that they hit me, you know. So man, him and the other guy just throw one bike, and we just like run away 2 blocks, just stupid kids, you know. And then like he just saw another bike. He's like, oh, I'm just gonna throw this one again. I'm just gonna throw this one too, and he threw the other one. And then man, like 5 minutes, no, 2 minutes, there's like 10 cops car like around us, man.
Well,
And there's camera everywhere, you know. So they just saw
fun's
us
over.
on the cameras and plans over. Yeah, that's like, man. So we spent two days in jail in Amsterdam.
Holy,
and
2
nights.
days? And they arrested all of you? Not just him. They took everyone?
All of us.
Bro, I would have killed
5
them,
guys,
man.
yeah. At least was nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
After that, I learned that I cannot do anything wrong anymore, nowhere, you know, because that was easy, you know. So that 2 days was good too, man. Imagine if you spend 2 years or 2 months somewhere.
Fuck that.
No way. So after that, I was just like, I became an angel after that.
He was on Beyond Scared Straight.
You said you became an angel, but right after that, you almost went to jail.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? The other story was right after
that. Drunk driving on the Autobahn.
That one, after that one, the drunk one, after that became an angel.
Yeah, okay. That was the last one.
2 in a row, man. You gotta learn. Yeah. 2 in a row, you better learn, you know. If you don't learn it, after 2...
Yeah,
I got a luck. It was in America. If it was in America, I got arrested for sure. You know.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
So, Danny, you had an epic career. Some of the best teammates, rode for some of the best brands in the world. Traveled the world a bunch, and then eventually you decide, okay, it's time to move back to Brazil and figure out what's next for me after skateboarding. I heard you're doing your own thing now. What are you up to? Let the people know what you're up to in Brazil, man.
Man, I have a beach club in Brazil now. So I work with food, drinks, concerts, DJs. Then from my beach club, I have a drink company, vodka and tea. I don't know if you guys gonna understand, but it's a drink from Brazil. You guys should try one once. I'm gonna try to send to you guys so you guys can try once. And then from my beach club, I have another companies from this brand. From this brand, now I have like 4 other brands, you know. So I'm just working a lot right there on the sand, you know. It's part of my business, and then you just cross the street. It's the bar, which you can feed like 800 people, 800 person, you know.
That's super cool, man. Congrats on that. Sounds epic.
And that's so sick that you went back and you didn't know what you were going to do, and you found a whole new business, and now you're killing it. JP said that like you're the most poppin' guy down there. You got famous soccer players coming, taking pictures with you and all that kind of stuff, man. So congratulations. Keep killing it.
Yeah, they like to come to my bar.
I bet
they like to come here and have fun. So they became turn friends, you know, like how they always here. So they always want to be there because it's a cool place. They come here and they just have fun. That's super cool. That's about it. Yeah.
So what's next for Danny Cerezini? What comes after this, man? I'm
just focused on my family now, on me, you know, on working. That's it. And for now, for the couple years, I'm just think on that, man, because like I say, I have this beach club for 8 years now. Damn. It's doing good since the day one, but like now it's been a year and a half. I have four new companies, you know, that I'm taking care. So it's growing up, but it takes time, you know, and I have to be here. If I'm not here for 1 month or 2 months, it's just, it works, but like with me here, it's gonna work more, you know. So I have to be here. Of course, I just plan to do some traveling this year. I'm planning to go to Bali maybe this year. I want to.
Oh, wicked!
I've never been there, so I want to go there this year. And yeah, that's it pretty much. But my focus now, it's, you know, family, work, and me. That's all.
That's awesome, man.
I want to get back on skateboard, of course, but now it's just gotta work in the next 1 or 2 months a lot, and then I'm gonna have time to think about skating or traveling.
Hell yeah, brother. That's what's up.
feel the heat from here.
Yo, it's Rapid Fire with the Ghost, and this week we're honored to be brought to you by our favorite board brand in the game. You already know, it's Real Skateboards. The Spring 2 drop just hit shops, and it's looking proper. New twin tails from Ashad, Mason's got the new Speed Egg, Zion has a heavyweights board with stiffer glue. If you saw his rough cut, you know he needs that big boy. And Haley Wilson has a new board that collaborates with the In Pieces Suicide Awareness Organization in Melbourne, donating all proceeds from the board to their cause. Real don't miss. With the best team and boards in the game, you know we're Real Gang for life. Find Real boards at your local skate shop, including Sanction, Freeride, Empire, Switch in Canada, and Classic, Orchard, 808 Skate, Humidity, and finer skate shops in the US. All right, Danilo, time to get a little rapid fire popping, man. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, favorite skater?
Man, I gotta say Coston, man. He's a nice guy too, you know, like always fun, always make fun, you know, like...
I don't know about that. He's a bully now, dude.
No, but he's cool, man.
Yeah, they say don't meet your heroes, man. That was one of them.
All right, favorite video?
I gotta say Miles.
Favorite video part?
Rodrigo TX, The Firm.
Favorite style?
Mike Carroll, man. Gotta say Mike Carroll.
Sick. Classic. Which skater had the biggest influence on the way you skate?
My generation, I can say, you know, the whole generation, because so I just pick one from Carroll, from Coston, from Jeff Rowley, what I like, and just that's what just inspired me, you know.
Hell yeah. Who's the most talented skateboarder on planet Earth?
Thiago Lemos.
Hell yeah. Favorite trick?
Kickflip. Basic. If you have that on control, you can do anything.
Hardest trick for you?
If I have a hard trick that I want to do it, or if I like it, I just learn. If I want to do it, I learn it, you know?
Damn, you got it like
That's
that,
what
eh?
I did.
That's what's up.
Most illegal trick?
Depends. People want to skate their way. Like I never land one pressure on my life, but I wish I could do it. I don't think there is illegal tricks, you know.
Maybe that means pressure flip's the hardest trick for you.
Yeah, you can say that, or the slappy crook grind, those things too, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I like all, man. Like if the guy just wanna do that for his skate career, or he's having fun with that, and it's all good, you know. Like that's the way I think.
Sure.
Favorite clip you've ever gotten?
Switch hard flip from Bunt,
Hell yeah.
I guess.
What's the worst trend you've been a part of?
It's the hard question. I don't know, man.
What's the gnarliest trick you ever witnessed?
Apple art, Nollie Big Hill at the triple set in Sacramento.
Nollie back heel?
Nollie back hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So sick. Was that did he do back heel or nollie backside flip the same day, or was that different?
Of course, I remember this Nollie back hill, but the back heel flip, just that, I don't remember if it was that day, because he just did do like five tricks in the same spot, you know, in 20 minutes. It was gnarly.
So sick. What's the one trick that got away?
I think the kickflip back nose blunt Makba. I tried a couple times. I landed, I walked away, and then slide my wheels, and they told me if I landed there, would be a cover, you know. And I tried on the both drop, you know, the one with the ledge like that, and the one they took it out the ledge and the stairs. I almost did on both spot, you know, like both way. I don't know how to say.
Is this scarier? Which one was scarier? I never went there before.
I only saw the stairs. New one, this one with the stairs for sure. It's longer.
Yeah. Did it hurt when you saw Trent McClung do it?
No, man. I think I appreciate him. I actually text him, man. I appreciate it because I was stopping skating, if I can say that, you know, like stopping the professional life, you know. Fuck it, man. Thanks, Trent, to do that, man, for me because he did it perfect. He's my homie, and I try at least 10 times. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, that's one trick. But I'm glad that he did. He's my homie, Trent.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shouts Trent. What's the biggest bunt you've ever witnessed?
Man, I don't know if I want to say this one, but I have a like, long story with Steve Williams
Oh shit.
on yachts. How to call the
Oh,
brand?
Asphalt Yacht Club?
Yeah. I was
AYC?
yeah. I was the first one of the first skater after him to be part of. So he promised me a contract with all that. I signed the contract, and then he just ripped off like a few months later. Then he signed with Nige, I guess. I have a cover in Brazil, the magazine here in Brazil. I have the Asphalt T-shirt on the cover because I was getting from them. Then I signed the contract and nothing happened. Never got paid. But like yeah, that was the one thing with Stevie Williams. So I kind of had respect with I had respect for him since that day. After that, it's just like no respect because he didn't respect me. So all good. If something happened with DJK, something happened with DJK too. Before that, with the Steve too, that he promised me a few things and that nothing happens. But that was like that time when I told you guys that I was DJK, then playing B, then blind, and then turned pro for blind. So it was like that time that DJK thing it's all right.
Damn. Okay. That's a good one. What's the last new trick you learned?
Fake heel flip blunt.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Dream job after skating.
My job, I gotta say. It's my job,
Love
man.
that.
Yeah, you're living,
my
man.
job, man.
That's amazing, man.
I love my job. I love what I do.
That's everyone's dream, to whatever you want to do after that makes you happy. I'm always happy when I hear a skater loves what they're doing post skate career.
Yeah.
Favorite local brand?
You know, O's, the shoe brand.
I don't think so.
Dwayne skates for Felipe Ortiz, Carlos Ike now. The brand is amazing. The shoes are good. Now he's doing the apparel, you know, the clothing. And now they have
sick.
nice shop in Curitiba. So yeah, gotta say O's.
Favorite local skater?
Carlos de Andrade.
Sick.
Legend.
Wow. Legend.
He's from my hometown.
The biggest legend.
He's from my hometown. I gotta say him. I could say Alex Carolino, which is fucking good too. Nice. Woo-hoo! But Carlos, he's still ripping. He's still skating. He's probably almost 50, man. He's 40 something. I used to watch him on contests or on videos, world industry, you know. So he's part of the history of skateboarding and the Brazilian skateboarding too, no doubt.
I saw he skated Tampa Pro last year too, which was amazing. So hopefully he goes back this year.
He loves to skate, man.
What's the one sponsor you regret riding for?
Asphalt Yacht Club. No doubt. The only one because the rest, all the
rest were sick. He had good
the
sponsors.
companies there, always have a good relationship with everybody. Never had a beef with nobody, you know, like all good, man.
Hell yeah. Favorite teammate ever?
Tony Tave.
What?
He's cool. We have like connect, you know, like we like the same. He likes to smoke. I always like to smoke. We like to do the same tricks I used to like, you know, wear the same, drink the same, you know. I met him the first time I went to Tampa. And he was a cool guy with me, not even speaking English, you know. He already a good guy. We became teammates like 5, 7, 8 years later at that, you know. So he's a cool guy, man. He's such a nice guy.
Sick. Yeah, another legend. Worst teammate ever?
I couldn't say Jeremy Rogers, but like he was cool, like because he's kind of weirdo, for me, like now these days when he changed the skateboard to be a rapper, for me that was stupid, man. He had like everything. He was he was on the top,
Yeah.
The greatest downfall in skating, man.
I shared that with him because we did a silver tour in Barcelona with P-Rod, Naija, him, and I was with them in the same apartment for 15 days, and he was recording music in his room, like, man. I didn't understand because he was nice in style. He was to skate good.
You should have told him it
But
wasn't
I
gonna
was
work,
young too,
dude.
man. Now these days, maybe I would have told him, man. Like, I'm just saying the worst because maybe because of this decision he made is because he was him and P-Rod and maybe Evan Hernandez at that time. He was like top 3 young guys, like which has everything, best sponsors, best nice style and everything, and then just throw away like that.
Worst company.
Can I say that again? Asphalt.
Oh, you hit him with the 3-piece.
Come on,
Okay.
man.
Worst trend.
I don't know. I just don't like those shorts people are being riding. I think those shorts Naija wears, the big sockers, and like I don't know. I don't like that, man. It's just looks like it's a short for biking or something like that. I wouldn't
too
ever
sporty.
wear that. No way. Imagine on contest with like 5,000 people watching and TV, whole world watching me, man. No way I would do that. He can do it. He's a Naija, man. He's Naija. He can do that. He can do anything.
He can do whatever he
People's
wants.
gonna talk shit. He doesn't care.
He's been wearing more normal clothes now.
Really?
Yeah,
I
he
don't,
has.
I don't
his
see
thing.
him. I don't know. I don't see it.
Jinwoo, like the little kids wearing
Right?
those kind of shorts
Because
now too. That one.
he saw Naija 10 years ago or 5 years ago where he's wearing them.
Worst style.
I have to answer this one.
Yeah, there's only 2 left. The 2 hard ones. You're almost there.
Fuck.
Almost done.
What's the name of this kid you just say?
Jinwoo.
Asian?
Ginwoo.
Sorry, little boy. But I gotta say, you have nice tricks. No, you have nice tricks. Very, very nice tricks.
Holy fuck.
No, I gotta say that, man, because
Yeah.
Sorry, little boy.
That's
boy.
fine, bro.
Oh,
That's
shit.
fine.
for sure.
Yeah, he's
Switch
incredible.
heel front
Of
nose,
course.
big spin down the hub. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
No, sorry. I gotta use that line. Sorry, little boy.
Oh shit. All right, Danny. Last one. Who's the last person you want on the sesh?
Damn, man, you guys putting me on. Damn.
This is it, though. We're done after
last
this.
question.
This is it.
This is the last
Oh,
one,
my
man.
God.
This is the last one.
And we'll never ask you another
Damn.
question again.
My God.
Maybe.
Man, I'm cool with everybody, man. Like the people I'm not cool I don't know. I'm just that guy. If he don't like me, it's okay. I'm just gonna live my life. You don't have to shake my hand or anything. I'm just fuck, man. If I don't have no name to say. I'm just thinking here. Fuck. Oh, for sure, JP Souza. For sure, man. That guy's crazy, man. That guy's crazy, man. Nah, I'm just kidding. I love that guy, man. Without him, it's normal trip. With him, it's different, man. No doubt.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
For sure.
sure. I just gotta say you have a better nollie heel nose than JP. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Eat that, JP.
shit. Maybe I accept that, man.
Well, all right, Danny. Thank you so much for coming on the pod. It's been a blast.
Thanks, guys. It was a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Hell yeah, man.
We appreciate you, man.
You've got mail.
Welcome back to the post office, brought to you by our good friends over at Dickey's Skateboarding. Quality workwear since 1922. From the work site to the streets. Ain't nobody keep you fitted like Dickey's, man. And I go from the work site to the fucking streets to the couch every day, man. So I know best. Ghost, who we got up first?
First up, we got an email from Christopher Blair. What's up, Donovan and Seifa? I want to talk about PSL. Obviously, Seifa is a bit biased since he's heavily involved, but not really sure how I feel about it. My initial reaction is that it seems like an antithesis of skateboarding. The turn-based style, or the turn-based system, and the myriad of rules I find annoying. For fuck's sake, they got these skaters wearing jerseys, and on top of it, I thought skateboarding was a celebration of everything that isn't mainstream. So why are they mimicking mainstream sporting events? I know you both really love sports, so I would assume you're all for PSL. But do you see where I'm coming from? Has there been any resistance from the core skateboarding community at the professional level? Would love to hear your insights and thoughts. Love the pod. Thanks for all you guys do. Shout out Cincinnati, Ohio. Did you guys enjoy your NFL game? Y'all skated my local. I was bummed I wasn't there. Hit me up next time. Big ups.
Yo, Chris from Ohio. Legend. Dude, this is one of those things, man. I feel like we've gotten backlash in our earlier years for, joining the sports world and the skate world. And Jake Phelps said it best. Skateboarding don't owe you nothing. People are free to do whatever they want with skateboarding, man. Obviously, me and Seifa love this shit. This is a competition that we really like watching. It's obviously not for everyone, and you're free to not like it. But that's the thing, like, you don't have to watch it. There's so much skateboarding. There's so many different lanes of skateboarding. Just enjoy the one that you like, man, because a lot of people do like PSL. They find it entertaining, and I'm one of them.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. We always say that. Just like in the early days, people would be hating on us for X, Y, and Z. And it's like we always say, no one put a gun to your head to listen to our podcast. If you hate it, turn it off or never turn it on to begin with. If you don't like PSL, no one's forcing you to watch it. But it's the same, like skateboarding used to be this little thing and it's just been growing and growing and growing. Street League comes, X Games comes, we're in the Olympics now. There's always, every new thing is met with some backlash. But whether PSL is around for the next 10 or 100 years, like who knows? You don't have to watch it if you don't like it, but a lot of people are really enjoying it. Me and Donald fucking love it. We got a group chat fired up fucking every week, and it's a fun time. So if you hate it to the point where it's just upsetting you, bro, just don't watch it. Forget you ever saw the jerseys. There's a million parts coming out online every day of street shit. Mm-hmm. Skateboarding's for everyone, and there's always going to be new shit, and I understand that new shit's always met with resistance. But we love it. You're right about that. And those are our thoughts. And you're definitely entitled to your opinion. No hate whatsoever. Cincinnati was awesome. Hopefully we make it back one day.
Dude, I feel it too, because when there's something you love so much and it just changes a little bit and it drives you fucking crazy because it ain't what it was before. Sure. And people stick by this word core. It always comes back to, that's not core. We hear this shit all the time, but what the fuck is core anymore? You know what I mean? Skateboarding has evolved to this crazy, huge world. We're part of it. Dude, I think there's room for everything. And, if you're seeing all these other skaters loving this new thing, maybe there is some good in it, So you might not love it exactly right now, but maybe one day you will. And even then, if you don't, it's fine that it exists in skateboarding. The many different worlds of it. But yeah, me and Seifa were fucking arguing till the wee hours of the morning on Saturday because I went into the last matchup up 30 fucking points. And lo and behold, I ended up losing. Obviously spoke too soon, which is what I usually do. And then I had to eat it.
Shout out John 1 of 1. Regular big spin heel.
Dude. Let's keep it moving. Next up, we've got an email from Craig S. If you believe in illegal tricks, then it should be age dependent. The younger or older, the more leeway. Thoughts? Agreed, but I would tend to say more younger. When you're younger, learn anything and everything you can because it's a stepping stone to something new. when you're older, you're more wise. You know what looks good and what looks bad. Don't be desperate for new tricks when you're old. Hold on to the good ones that you have. And that's all I'll say about it.
Agreed. And I used to have a thing where I'd see a young skater doing something kind of that I thought was not a choice trick. And I'd be like, you know what? I'll let them know in a couple more years. But then I realized after a couple of years, it might be too late. And nollie front 360 shoves are just in that person's bag. Maybe I should have said something when they were 14 instead of waiting for them to be 16. But it is what it is.
But yes, all the leeway when you're young. All of it.
Yeah, like hella young. But then there's like a sweet spot where like you start to... And I think it comes from watching street videos. It comes from watching like your local skaters that you look up to and just videos. Mm-hmm. Something clicks in your head like, oh, I don't see this trick that I do that I think is super dope anywhere. Maybe I should rethink that. And it comes with like getting chirped by older people. And it's a whole thing, but there's for sure leeway when you're younger. All right, next up. We got an email from Jacob Cox. Sup, Bunt? It's Jake from NC. Safe. This might be lengthy. My bad. Shoutout of the week better go to Dumpster Dive from Antihero, Gus Gordon, and Finn Pope fucking ripped. Nick Matthews has the best style. It's nuts. BA burning down the banks in a hockey jersey like an OG. Even Tori Pudwell was there. If he stopped making thank you skateboards, I'd be more stoked. But I digress. Whoa. Question.
Holy fuck.
Question to make it all worth it. This guy just wanted to let that rant off and then squeeze in a question so that it would be read. Yeah, what two skate brand owners would you want to collab and do something different? Sorry, say peace. Hey, that was a perfect length. No need to apologize.
Did we shout out Dumpster Dive? I feel like you did.
I did.
Yeah. Wicked video.
Front crook heard around the world, man.
Yeah, wicked
Gus.
video. Finn Pope was fucking unreal, man. Two skate brand owners to collab and make one.
No, just do something. Oh, like it's actually a merger. Two skate brand owners, would you want to collab and do something different? That's kind of vague. I don't know if he means start a brand together or just collab.
Yeah.
We don't have too much time today, so let me just fire this one off because it just happened, and Quarter Snacks and Dime are doing a drop together. So shout out to two of our homies' brands that are obviously epic brands, and hype for the collab.
What if we went Thames and Blondie merging with Palace to create the ultimate UK collab? Also don't know if that's possible or anything, but from a fan point of view, that would be crazy.
I thought you were about to go nuclear there and say Thames and fucking fuck. I'm blanking.
Come on.
Miami boards.
Oh, Edgelord.
Yeah.
Edgelord. Holy shit. No, I wouldn't do it. That's a good one, though. All right. Next up, we have an email from Waylon Petramul. Who is your dream skater for PSL? It can be from any era of skateboarding. Mine would be Louis Lopez, as he has done dope flip tricks down sets. The big spin heel he sent over is a prime example of his prowess on stairs. Oh, dude, I forgot to tell you. I think that word you meant to say was antithesis of skateboarding.
Antithesis. That's right.
I think what did I say? Antithesis. You said antithesis. I think it's antithesis, isn't it?
Bro,
antithesis?
How do you pronounce antithesis?
Well, I don't know what word you're saying, bro. But anyways, who's your dream PSL skater?
I'm pretty sure I'm right, but
well, we'll find out.
And Jesse's about to hit you again with Dono, the mispronunciation god strikes again. Wait. What was the question? You sidetracked the hell out of me there. Oh, Dream Skater for PSL?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. It's got to be the first one that's coming to mind right now. Oh, I would love to see Shane O'Neill in PSL.
Whoa. Yeah. Damn. How do you argue with that? Shit.
There's another one, but
who is it?
Who you got?
I'm still
Dylan
thinking.
Jabe.
Yeah, that would be good. Holy shit. Is it just gonna stick to the double set for season 2? I guess nobody knows, but fuck, no one's coming to me. Oh, I don't know how consistent he is. This is for like consistency gods, eh?
Oh, I have another one.
Okay, just drop 3 and then we'll keep it moving.
TJ Rogers, who was supposed to be on Your Wolverines.
Dude.
He got drafted by Jocelyn, and he unfortunately had those 2 surgeries. So,
yeah, next
year, hopefully.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. That was Post Office Regular Wayland. All right, next up, we got an email from Noah H. What's up, Bunt? That story Louis told about Mickey Papa had me so heated, man. My wife and I were watching PSL, and I told her to manifest him missing his tricks. Anyways, I've always been fascinated with the idea of skate houses. 7, 8, 9 skaters sharing a 2-bedroom apartment just to afford a roof over their head while they're on the come up is some true dedication to the dream. I didn't even know this was a normal thing until I started listening to the pod. Is there a skate house story from any previous guests that stands out to you guys? Whose do you think would have been the most fun to live in? Thanks, dogs. Appreciate you guys, and thanks for keeping us hyped on skating. Great question. That's crazy, being oblivious to what a skate house is.
Fuck.
But glad we could get some stories from him.
Tony Tave. That's the skate house.
Oh,
that would be the one. I think that was like he bought the house for the homies, right? Like a mansion or whatever.
Well, for himself, and then everyone went and didn't pay rent, and he lost it.
Awful, but like I feel like that was the height of Circa as well. Skating was like reaching pinnacle levels, and those guys had a big part to play in it. So I would say,
whew, that would be sick, dude.
Like just being on those sessions in the Circa era, dude. That's it.
Oh, I guess it's a little different because there was I'm mixing 2 crews because Grant was in that crew.
Yeah,
so there's Windsor James, Grant.
But Appleyard was before
all those guys. No. I'm saying the Long Beach boys, Darrell, because Grant was in with Darrell and Scott Kane.
Yeah,
but that's 2 maybe separate crews. But the Windsor James and all them at Tony Tave's house, that was probably so fun. Yeah, I love that. Okay,
that's
mine's a little different. It's a smaller group, but you'll remember this one well. One of the most iconic roommate situations ever was Atiba.
Oh yeah,
once
unreal.
Atiba became single, and then all of a sudden you got Malto, you got Dylan Reeder, and you got the Nuge. That's insane. And, like those four dudes show up to the bar, hopping up the Uber. Like that's just
you gotta watch the fuck out.
Crew.
Yeah, that's a wicked one. And then obviously the most storied one, the America Mansion, looked like it was fucking crazy. Like
I don't think I can handle that.
You got Heath just posted, like, and then the Young Bulls running amok. Yeah, that one was crazy.
Yeah, that one might be a little too hectic for me.
All right, you keep it moving.
Yeah, last one.
Next up, and we've got an email from Ezra Griffey Owen. Well, I don't know. Quick and easy for you boys. There's lots of questions here, so we're just going to go one by one, okay? Who wins first? Sodi, Nija, or Yuto?
Yuto.
Yeah. It would be really hard for Nija to like recreate that year that he had. I feel like
if they didn't give it to him that year, like
it's like when
it's hard to imagine they would.
So yeah, I would say Yuto as well. And then the next one was Louis Lopez, Elijah Burrow, or Zion. Well, like potentially 3 runner-ups already. Who's got it in him again? Shit, I might say Louis Lopez, man.
I'm just gonna go age-based. I'm guessing Zion's the youngest, so I'll just give him the slight edge there. But all 3, I would love for all 3 of them to win one. But I'll just go Zion if we're placing bets.
Yeah, and then sports championships: Buffalo Bills or Maple Leafs. It's gotta be the Bills, man.
Yeah,
the Bills are
I'm
there.
Leafs all day, motherfucker. Oh, I heard about Austin Matthews out for the season. I'm sorry.
Yeah, got his knee popped.
Just saw that.
Yeah, I go Bills. Steelers or Warriors?
Wow, that's
both not close.
Not even close. Like the Warriors are on the decline like this, and the Steelers are already down here. So like maybe they
like
get
this,
to go
bro.
up. Maybe the Steelers get to the like rebuild quicker. I'll go Steelers.
McDavid or Matthews? It's gotta be McDavid. Team is still there knocking on the door. So McDavid. Luka or Ant-Man?
Wow. I want Ant-Man. Let's go.
I think there's a world where Ant-Man doesn't win a championship.
Oh, for sure. I really hope he does, though.
Yeah. I'd say Luka. MVP: Drake May, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix. I'm saying Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Well, Drake May was second this year, but you know what?
He'll never get there again.
Yeah. I think I think it's Caleb Williams, but out of those 4, I would root for Jaden Daniels to get it.
And then Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert. Like, I don't think that's close. Joe Burrow.
Burrow? Yeah, seems more realistic, but I like the infrastructure at the Chargers maybe a little more now.
They have like
I think
the
Bengals
I
think miss
in cap space.
Bro, I think the Bengals I think just missed the playoffs 3 years in a row. I think that just kind of sneakily happened and we don't like think about that.
Yeah. I mean,
I might be tripping. It might be
insane
2
that they
years
should
or
have
something,
won the
but
Super Bowl. Like, people forget that was ripped from their hands.
yeah.
Fucking penalty. All right, he's next.
I'll go Herbert.
What? Justin Herbert
For MVP?
over Joe Burrow?
I know
I
Joe
think
Burrow's
Justin
better,
sits
but I'm
outside
just saying
the top 10 of quarterbacks. And Joe Burrow's got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
The infrastructure is there. The Bengals
What infrastructure? You
just
saw him just get killed in the playoffs. Like, that was the best
I know.
they've done.
They're gonna beef up the O-line, get some receiver. I don't know.
They didn't do that. That time has come and gone. They didn't get anyone. What the hell? All right. Anyways, he says, sorry, I don't have any UFC or PSL questions. Maybe you can think of a quick one for each other. Thanks, and shout out Ants1. Obviously, huge shout out to Ants1. Okay, that's going to wrap up the post office for this week. Get your emails, voice notes, videos into the buntlive@gmail.com. This is the Rundown, the Skateboard World source for sports. Bro, we're kicking it off in the NFL. The Baltimore Ravens may have pulled off the greatest heist of all time. I feel like if this was in the NBA, a commissioner may have prevented this from happening. But last week we're ranting and raving about Max Crosby on the Baltimore Ravens for 2 first-round picks. The Raiders finally did something good. They got a great haul. But that slimy motherfucker in Baltimore, he decided, I might need to keep these 2 first-round picks when he realized he could sign Trey Hendrickson for free. Trades rescinded. Picks stay in Baltimore. They get the edge rusher they're looking for. Obviously, Hendrickson, not quite Max Crosby, but when he's free, who's saying no?
Yeah. I mean, 4 years, 120 or whatever he got, but you mean picks-wise? Yeah. slimy. It's impossible for us to know if there was like malintent behind it, but I like it for the Ravens. You get a slight downgrade and you keep your 2 picks. That's huge.
And now Max Crosby's going to end up getting traded at some point, but for a cheaper price tag potentially. I would love to see him end up in Detroit.
Yeah, him and the other big homie, blanking on his name right now, Aiden Hutchinson. Woo. That's a scary one too.
Another big domino that fell, or maybe a little domino. Kyler Murray ends up in Minnesota. You said the man can't even see over the O-line. So how's he going to fare? If I'm Justin Jefferson, I'm at least happy that, we have a bona fide NFLer in the building. Kyler Murray's seen some success at times. What is the ceiling for the Minnesota Vikings with Kyler in town?
Bro, if we're going ceiling, I think they could win a playoff game, maybe even 2. That's the ceiling.
They're in the toughest division in football.
I know, but man, as someone who had JJ McCarthy in fantasy and watched pretty much every snap, that was not, you said a bona fide NFLer for a reason, meaning JJ McCarthy is not. So you get someone that, and let's not forget,
what
Kyler
Darnold
was
did.
elite for 2 years. Well, yeah, Darnold too, but Kyler was elite for 2 years. He got hurt pretty bad and hasn't been quite the same. Maybe he hits the reset. Maybe he's fully physically healthy. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's a no-lose situation. I think the whole NFL world and all the fans were assuming this was the logical destination for Kyler. He gets a fresh start with a bunch of weapons, a great coach. Yeah, good for him. Good for Justin Jefferson, who will now come back to fantasy relevance because, by God, that was a fucking awful year. Another quarterback on the move, Justin Fields. His stay as the franchise quarterback in the New York Jets franchise was as short as he probably wanted it to be. And now he's got one of the best jobs in the world. Patrick Mahomes backup. Probably won't see much playing time, but he's going to get a lot of time in camp. Probably good exhibition games preseason. He's going to be a great fill-in while Patrick Mahomes is out.
Yeah, because we don't know if Patrick Mahomes is playing week 1 yet or not. So, it's a nice little buffer. Let him figure it out. But that's someone that I was one of those guys who was too late to the party of Justin Fields may not be a starting NFL quarterback. I always had hope. And that's because we look at things from a fantasy perspective, right? You watch it and you're like, yeah, he's definitely not accurate and shit. But for fantasy, you're like, yo, just give me those rushing yards and rushing TDs. And we're good to go. But yeah, this seems like he's had more than enough chances.
Yeah. And the last quarterback, well, maybe not the last one, but the last maybe fantasy relevant one, Kirk Cousins doesn't have a home yet. Is there a spot left in the league for Kirk?
Wait, did we talk Malik Willis last week? I can't. Oh yeah, we did. Kirk Cousins.
Malik Willis went to Miami, right?
Yeah.
I
think we talked about it. Kirk Cousins. Who the fuck has an opening?
The Pittsburgh
Geno
Steelers.
going to the Jets is the Steelers. Yo, give me.
No, you don't want that.
Steelers. Let's go. Let's go get Captain Kirk.
This is classic Steelers.
I love.
He would drag you guys to 7 wins.
I know, but I would rather Kirk Cousins than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers just bothers me.
Yeah.
So Kirk Cousins would be fun. Lose us, go crazy for fantasy, have a good season, a fun season, entertaining games, and just lose them all late. And let's go get a fucking franchise QB in the draft.
Yeah. Jalen Waddle. The Dolphins continue to dump players. Malik Willis goes to Miami, thinks he's got himself a bona fide one in Jalen Waddle. they end up trading Jalen Waddle to the Denver Broncos for a first and third, which is great value. Thoughts on the trade?
Immediate thought, like, that's huge for the Broncos. They were on the doorstep. You know, I believe they win that game if Bo Nix is playing.
Oh, for sure.
So, you know, you're a win away from the Super Bowl. So go get yourself a beast to fucking be out there with Cortland Sutton and the boys. Malik Willis is just where I'm just like, I'm devastated for him. I think he's on like a 2-year deal or something, and this is obviously a prove it year. But you can't do he's not a proven guy. Like, you're supposed to you want to surround someone in his shoes where it's like, we just went to sign you as a backup, as a project. We believe in you. You don't give him the worst quarterback room in the league. So we'll see what they do at the draft. But I hate that for Malik because he could have gone to Arizona.
They obviously go and get themselves a wide receiver in the draft, but you kind of want that veteran wide receiver to help Malik Willis along. Jalen Waddle soak up 12 to 14 targets potentially week in and week out. Now you go get a rookie. Who knows what he's going to pan into? It's a steep price to pay for the Denver Broncos as well. Like, I never thought of their team as struggling wide receiver wise, but I guess now having him and Cortland Sutton as the 1-2 punch is that's great for Bo Nix. Sticking with the wide receivers, as AJ Brown's future is continually murky in Philadelphia, they signed Hollywood Brown. Does this make AJ Brown a must trade now? Like, is that a definitive move, or do we still not know?
I think I didn't even hear about that one. Breaking news for me. I'd say that's probably the last nail in the coffin there. I mean, the last thing I read about it was that a trade was inevitable at this point, even though it's taking a while. And I believe, if I had to guess, I saw the Rams were making a push, but those talks stalled out. I still feel like he ends up on the Patriots.
Ooh, that's what they're waiting to happen?
Could be. Dobbs is good, but he's not that dude, you know?
Yeah, they need help there, for sure. All right, let's move over to PSL for just 1 minute. We watched Elimination Week go by. 3 absolute beatdowns. I think in most shocking fashion, Los Santos somehow finds themselves on the outside looking in of the playoff picture, and they are done. Eliminated. Los Santos and Lithium. They went 2-0 and then lost 3 straight. Just devastating for what could have been one of the best rosters top to bottom in the league.
Yeah. So just as much as like I think I know what I know about skateboarding, coming out of the draft, I was like, wow, my favorite 2 teams, if I have to pick one to win it all, I'm going Los Santos. I was like, they got the depth. They've got like amazing top end talent and a deep bench. Like, you got DeCenzo and stuff coming off your bench, that's huge. So I'm like, that's my pick to win it all. And I was like, yo, Deshaun Jordan's my MVP of the whole league. Was Zach Cerezini one of the best jumpers? I'm like, that could be the finals right there. Those are my top 2 teams. Lo and behold, there's 6 teams in the league. The only 2 to miss the playoffs were the 2 I picked to be in the finals. Insane. But that made for some fun storylines. But I still can't believe that. And the crazy thing is that switchback heel, that huge moment, that switchback heel ended up being the nail in the coffin. Like, Lithium didn't make the playoffs either, but that defending that switchback heel stopped them from getting to 3-2 and essentially ended their season, which is crazy to think back on.
That is crazy. Holy shit. Obviously, we've done a lot of talking about PSO over the last few weeks, but I need to find out, like, these are the type of contests that can take a relatively unknown person and just throw them into the limelight of skateboarding. And I think with the PSL experiment last year, the one night extravaganza, it made a superstar out of Art Cordova. Like, from relatively unknown to holy shit, this guy is incredible. Who is that for you through 5 weeks of this first official season of PSL?
I'm gonna go with Dufresne. I was familiar with him, but seeing his defensive displays was just unreal. As someone who has had the pleasure of skating that park a couple times, they just make it look like they're skating off a curb sometimes. Like certain guys, like him, it's just fakey front big, like whatever. Like, front three. I know he did the splits, but I think he did it 1 week. But just, I can't even rifle off all the tricks, but if you just put up a highlight reel of everything he landed first try, that's always the most mind-blowing thing, is like, how do you have that many flip tricks that you can land down a 4-flat-4 first try? So as much as I was already a little familiar with him, seeing the Thrasher part and stuff, seeing him every week in the league, I was like, yo, this guy is built different.
For me, I obviously talk a lot about Christian Jordan. He has become like the staple of the Wolverines, the most consistent, unlimited bag. But over the 5 weeks, we've seen John 1 of 1 get better and better and better. And this past week was just a dominant display of his capabilities. So I just had to shout him out. It's John 1 of 1 for me. Absolute legend. And I can't wait to see where he takes his game into the playoffs, man. SHS they're getting better, man. And I think they found the 3 that they need to have start. And I truly think that these games are being won in the first inning of like who can snap harder and get all their tricks off in the first inning.
Yeah, because it's harder to like, you're trying harder and harder tricks as it goes along, so less and less points get scored. Definitely agree on that. But one thing I'll say about John 1 of 1 in the contest as a whole is, just like sports, sometimes you have someone on your fantasy team or whatever that makes you like them more. Like John 1 of 1, I don't want to say it's not like I disliked him, but I was aware of him, but I wasn't like a John 1 of 1 fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always looks like he has this angry face, like, and then seeing him just like do this shit and smiling and I'm like, oh, this dude, like, the whole thing has just made me a huge fan of him. So that was a cool thing that I wasn't expecting coming out of PSL.
Yeah, we will save
that was
our
your boy.
prediction.
Remember, we used to chirp you. Wait, what? One quick thing. What was how did he become your boy on the pod?
Yo, it's because there was another John that we were going to interview, or you shouted out, and I was like, yeah, John 1 of 1. And you're like, no, that's a different John. Oh, fuck, who was it?
Fuck, I wish I remembered that.
Jan.
Yeah, that was funny. But that was like
something. It was the homie who went to Detroit and stayed with Justin Bowl, and then that was the connection of we were going to interview him. Jan something. Anyways.
John Perez?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And I was like, John 1 of 1. I fuck with him. And you're like, that's a different person.
And that was like a year or two ago. And ever since then, John 1 of 1's your main man. Dude, and now
he's
PSL.
He is incredible. We'll save predictions for next week as we inch closer to the actual finals. But who would be your first on the board next season? Who's your first overall pick? This year it was undoubtedly Deshaun Jordan. But now with captains stay the same, the field is the same. Who's the first overall pick?
I might have to go with Art. Oh, Ginwu's been out for a little bit because
you forget about the powers.
Ooh, but just for swag, I'm going Art Cordova.
Yeah. Or I mean, you can't go wrong with either Ginwu or Art. Dude, I think that I go Christian Jordan, man.
Yeah,
it's impossible. He's so good. I never even heard.
He's also young.
Yeah,
he's also young. Another year,
jumping doesn't tire him or get to
better.
him. I mean, I think the other two guys are similar as well. So I think you'd have all three of those guys will be in the running for first overall pick. I think this was the last you'll ever see of getting some sort of value out of Ginwu in the deeper rounds.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. That's going to wrap up this week's episode of The Bunt. Y'all know where to find us next week. Inching closer to the finals of PSL.
Go Raptors. Let's stay in the top 6. Fuck Bill
They're
Simmons.
fucking slipping, dude. Slipping.